So let's go ahead and talk about some of the fastest internet browsers that you should probably go ahead and install on your iPhone. Now, this is definitely probably one of the fastest ones that I would recommend. You don't even have to download it. It comes pre-installed with your iPhone, and that is actually the Safari browser. So this by far is probably, it's not the most feature-packed, web browser out there, but it's definitely the fastest one that I would recommend a majority of people to actually use. And the main reason for that is because it is pretty much optimized from Apple themselves. They make the hardware, they make the software, and because it is pretty much from Apple themselves, I mean, they know how to pretty much make a web browser. I've used this as like my mainly used web browser that I use on my iPhone. It gives not only great performance, but it gives great battery life as well. So one thing that I really do like about this browser is that for the most part, it's very responsive and it just works immediately right out the gate. You don't have to sign into any crazy accounts. It's already linked with your Apple account. And out of all the browsers I've used, this is probably the fastest one. In fact, I think this is the fastest one I've ever used. There are some other ones here and there, but whenever I need to go ahead and quickly swap between one tab to the other, if I need to load up a bunch of websites, it works very, very well with pretty much everything I've ever done. And another cool thing is that it works with your iCloud account. So if you have, another browser open up on your Mac or on your iPad, you can go ahead and basically pull it up here too, which is really cool. Now you have that web browser, you have that capability with some other ones too, but as fast and as capable and as, pretty much as bare bones as this one is, it doesn't have the most features. It's gotten better throughout time. This is definitely probably the fastest browser I would recommend you to check out. Now the next one is one that's very, very popular. I'm sure it's the most used web browser out there, and that is Google Chrome. Now this browser I think is great. It's very fast as well. It's also very responsive, like it has a ton of features built within it, and that is something that I do like about this browser, right? If you're going to go ahead and go through and use one, like you might as well use something that's kind of like this one. And I'll say this is definitely fast, has a lot of capability too, and it's very responsive as well. As you can see, I mean, it gives you kind of the same layout as before. So you have, kind of the same thing as Safari, which is nice. But I will say you are getting more features overall with this type of browser. I will say on top of that, a majority of people may actually already end up using Google Chrome on their personal machines, like their PCs or their tablets or whatever. So you may already just want to use Google Chrome because your account is already synced up extremely, like pretty thoroughly with your specific Google account. So that might be something you want to check out. A lot of people say that this browser, although it's very fast, it sucks up more battery life than Safari. I would pretty much guarantee and agree with that, not only on my iPhones, but on my PC and MacBook as well. I get that same experience. But regardless, this is another one I'd recommend checking out. Now finally, Firefox is one I wanted to throw in here. This is a browser that kind of focuses more on security. I think the speed of this one is still pretty good as well. I don't think it's a slow browser by any means, and a lot of people still use something like this. So if we go and just look up whatever here, right? A lot of people use this type of browser too because of the security and the privacy reasons, but I would probably argue that both Google Chrome and Safari are probably the ones I would recommend more, but Safari is probably the fastest web browser that you should probably end up using. So in terms of that kind of covers it up. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.